Here's what I always think about, because, I get on calls, well, more Kyle, but like I've been popping in a few calls here and there with people that want to join Digital Landlords. And, they get in, they're interested, like, what does it have to offer? What does it look like? And we always like to ask this question. And it's the thing I'm always thinking. And I want to talk about what you just said about with your 9 to 5 is like, if you don't jump into this business model, what's the alternative? And I think right now people are finally starting to wake up like, yo, I'm not that secure at my gig. I've been putting in, there was a guy, I've shared this story a couple of times. I think I told you this, dude. I had somebody call me last week, been plugging away at Amazon. Hey, it's not like somebody that works at the distribution center, dude. This is like high level software engineer executive, just got his ass fired because they're doing layoffs. Like, I promise you, your company, they care about you. I don't want to offend anyone, but they care about you until it takes money out of the executives' pockets. Nobody's here to save you. Nobody cares about you as much as you do. So talk about that a little bit, as how like your plan, and it's not like you're going to immediately jump out of that gig because you love that stuff, but what's your thought process of like building something so that you have a nice, basically a way to transition to something else in case something happens, or if you decide enough is enough?
So yeah, that kind of leads into a few of the problems that I guess concerns I've been having with the 9 to 5. I mean, I see you over here and you get to make your own schedule. I mean, you put in a shit ton of hours, but you're ultimately your own boss, and that's something that I've always struggled with, the authority being told what to do.
You don't say, bud. By the way, this is the most uncoachable human on the planet right here, dude. You should have seen the gray hairs this kid gave our father. I hope he watches this. He would not listen. He would not listen. Keep going.
Yeah, but so that was always a concern. And the other thing was, we would go through these negotiations and it's like, we're basically pleading with the city, hey, make my time more valuable. And so it sucks when you're sitting there, you can put in as much work as you want, but if the city doesn't think that you're worth more money, guess what? You don't bring home more money, and so that was always a concern. And something that you brought up there is like, you don't know necessarily where you're going to be in 20 years or whatever, but I do, because I see these officers that are retiring that have put in 20, 25 years, and they're going to be receiving, 65% of their top 3 years. And so they're sitting there, every single one of them without fail retires, receives the pension, and then has to go get another job. That's the crazy thing. I mean, yeah, not only layoffs, but like even just staying in the company, growth. It's like, if there's not spots to open, you're not growing. So it's super limiting. And I think the longer that you stay in it, the more trapped you are. And so, yeah, I guess ultimately what changed my mind was, not really changed my mind, but I guess pushed me to start it, was I got my whole schedule changed, literally opposite ends of the week, working every day that I wasn't before. And now I'm on graveyard. So literally, as far as you can change my schedule, it gets changed. And I mean, I got 2 little girls. And so that's the hard thing for me, is I'm sitting there thinking, this is screwing up my, my time with my girls. And that's the most important thing to me. And so that was kind of a driving factor. And as soon as I heard that was what pushed me. And I was like, you know what, I got to get out. And so, yeah, my plan is to sell enough of these to where I can cover that. And I have a good job. I get paid days off and everything like that. But your company appreciates you and values you so long as it's not an inconvenience to them. But I promise you, realistically, they don't give a fuck about you.
You said something really good, and I want to highlight is, whatever you're doing right now, if you want to see what that looks like, look at the people in your company. What are they doing right now after they're retired? Are they picking up second jobs? Are they barely eking by? Are they having to go package meat at the grocery store? It's like, dude, this is my whole theory on anything in life, right? And there's that quote that say on Lone Survivor, like, anything worth doing is worth overdoing. It's like, if you're going to do it, why not spend it with something that has the most upside? And why would I spend my time that I can't get back trading my time for dollars, instead of spending that time building assets that can stack and can pay me every single month?